Can you handle liberty? Can you step up? If we don't want a big government to step in, then we the people have to be capable of stepping up. And so at its core, everyone at our country's founding really understood this basic truth that I think is often lost on us today, that a selfish and morally corrupt people are incapable of self-governance. And so if you think about the biggest question of the day back in 1776, it wasn't about when should we separate or how should we separate or anything like that. It was one of, are we capable of freedom? Is this experiment something that's actually going to last? Can we pull this off? Are we good enough as a people? And so it was really interesting, really especially doing the research and kind of going back, because you read a lot of these letters and you realize that we had this entire virtuous revolution that predated our American Revolution, because a lot of the founders like Jay and Morris weren't convinced, they weren't ready to sign on yet for it. And it was only after the people really stepped up and were able to prove themselves that they said, okay, I think this American experiment can work. So if you think about asking ourselves the same question today, are we a people capable of this? Are we worthy of this? Because if you're not, what happens? You ultimately try and legislate that which is required for the system to work, and you break the system. So what happens is you add on more laws and more regulations to try and force the behavior that's desired. And then you need more bureaucrats to enforce those laws. And then you end up in a tangled web, which is essentially where we are today, which is where you have a government that's now protecting us from each other instead of protecting our rights because we're capable of the rest as strong, sovereign individuals.